Hi, I'm Kirsten Smurl. I am an SCA crew leader here, and I'm going to teach you how to plant a tree. So the first step of planting a tree is to dig a hole about the size, 2 times bigger than the size of your root ball. So if you kind of look at our little saplings we're going to plant here, our root ball is only about 4 inches long and maybe 1.5 inches wide. So we only need a hole about that big to hold it in the ground. Now that you've dug a hole that's about 2 to 3 times bigger, you can take your plant and set it in to check if your hole is big enough. And you want to make sure that the top of your root ball is right in line with the soil line. So mine is about that size. It's a little bit bigger, but I can fill it back in with the dirt I dug out. It's very important to make sure you keep your plant straight up. We want to give it the best chance to grow. So I'm going to hold on to it, hold it straight up as I fill it back in. So I'm just going to gently kind of push some of this soil that I dug out in and around my root ball. I can use my fingers to press some of it down to get it to fit and have a nice filled area. And then I'm just going to keep doing that until my root ball is covered. So I just keep scraping it, kind of get it in here. If you got any big chunks, try to break those up. You want it nice loose soil for the plant. That way water will filter down to the roots. And then let's see if I got any more. And you want to try and get all the soil that you digged out back into the hole. So let's see. Okay, and just like that, I kind of pat it down to make sure it's nice and compact in there. But now I've planted a tree. So when planting your trees and when you're out in the nature, you want to make sure that you are following the right safety protocols. So when you leave your shovels here on the ground, you just leave them flipped upside down. You don't want to have it like this because if anyone walked by, they could trip on it, fall onto it, and kind of hurt themselves. So we place them down like that. When using them, we try to make sure we use our proper body mechanics to do it. So we want to make sure we're pushing and not hurting our body. Also, before we even use our tools, I forgot the big important part, is we make sure we have gloves on because we want to make sure we are able to hold our tools and get a good grip on them and not injure ourselves or the tools. We don't want to drop them or anything, so we make sure we have gloves on. For our safety, we like to wear pants and closed-toe shoes that are lace up, long socks, long sleeves, anything to kind of help protect us from the elements. And that's some of the safety protocols we follow out here at SCA. Okay, so we've planted our little sapling here, and then we've planted a bit more here, but they are all native saplings. We want to make sure we're planting natives to replace any invasives that are growing here in Houston, to make sure that our native riparian area grows up right here along our nice bayou.